Cloud Cowork or Cloud Code is not the question you want to ask. Most people frame this as developer versus non-developers. In practice, that's not how teams actually use these tools. The real decision isn't who is using them, it's where the work happens. If the work lives inside a code base, one tool wins. If the work resolves around the code base, another one lasts. And the distinctions matter a lot more than most reviews suggest. Let's break it down. Is Cloud Code working? When you use Cloud Code, you can point at a real project and ask it to understand the architecture, modify multiple files, run tests, investigate failures, and open a pull request. But here's what many demos don't show. The biggest benefit isn't code generation. It's reducing coordination overhead. See Cloud Code as a junior engineer who can independently execute a series of technical tasks. It isn't just replacing coding tasks, it's replacing context switching. Instead of jumping between documentation, GitHub, terminal commands, logs, and your IDE, you are delegating that workflow to a single agent. In the context of engineer teams managing large repositories, that's often where the productivity gain comes from. Should developers use Cloud Cowork? Let's move to Cowork. Cowork is often described as the non-technical version of Cloud Code. That's actually misleading. Many engineer leaders will probably get value from Cowork even if they never touch marketing, sales, or HR workflows. Why? Because software projects generate far more work outside the code base than inside it. Research, documentation, client communication, architecture notes, project planning, status reporting, knowledge management. Cowork is optimized for those workflows. In many organizations, that's where a surprising amount of engineer time disappears. Now, let's talk about budget. It's another big consideration. Many teams compare subscription pricing, but ignore token consumption. Coworkers tend to consume more token because it's constantly processing context, documents, and external sources. I'll point out that Cloud Code can often be more cost efficient for a large-scale technical workflows because it generates scripts that run locally rather than repeatedly sending work back to the model. You are no longer manually gathering context from multiple sources. The agent can assemble the information for you. Now, the question, of course, is deciding how much access are you comfortable granting. Ironically, the biggest challenge with agentic AI is governance and isn't capability anymore. Most teams already know these agents can complete the work, so it's time to decide how much autonomy you are willing to give them. How much autonomy should an AI agent have? Should it be allowed to modify code, access internal documentation, execute commands, make decisions without human approval? These operational questions will be a huge topic in the next few years. Let's wrap up. Use Cloud Code when the world lives inside a code base. When you need to understand dependencies, run commands, interact with your version control, or operate within your development environment. It's built for that context, and it's very good at it. On the other side, use Cowork when the world lives outside the code base. Documentation, resource synthesis, file management, client deliverables, and the operational side of running a software project. Things that matter to a dev team but don't belong in a terminal. And consider this as my final insight. Rather than one or the other, learn to use both, but for different parts of the job. And most importantly, identify when is the best opportunity to take the most out of each. Until the next one, happy coding.